Okay, let's be real. We are all absolutely drowning in information, right? But are we actually learning anything? Well, that's the big question that a brand new global education platform, Edexa, is trying to tackle. So let's dive in and see what they're all about.
I mean, think about it. You can Google anything in seconds, but how much of that information really sticks? It's like it goes in one ear and right out the other. And that's exactly the problem Edexa was built to solve, to close that gap between just seeing information and actually getting it.
All right, so to really get what makes Edexa tick, we've got to start with their whole philosophy on learning. And it's a pretty different way of looking at things.
The way they see it, we're all kind of lost in this giant ocean of information. And Edexa wants to be your compass. It's not about throwing more data at you. It's about cutting through all that noise and making those really complicated topics feel simple, actually understandable.
This really changes how you think about education, doesn't it? They're saying it's not some race to a finish line. It's a journey. It's not a chore you have to do, but a discovery you get to make. And I love this last part. It's not about forcing you into a box. It's about giving you the tools to break free.
So where does the name come from? Pretty simple, actually. Edexa is just a mashup of education and excellence. Kind of sums up their whole mission in one word.
Okay, so that philosophy sounds great, but how do they actually do it? How does it work in practice? Well, their whole approach boils down to this really interesting three-step method.
It's actually super straightforward, but, really effective. First, they take a super complex topic and just break it down into the smallest, easiest pieces. Then, and this is key, they use visuals to make those pieces stick in your brain. And finally, they help you build your understanding back up one logical step at a time.
The whole goal here is to make learning feel, well, effortless, not like a chore. By using all these graphics and giving you a clear path, it lets you move at your own speed. You don't move on until you actually feel like you've got it. And that's the most important part, right? You are in the driver's seat of your own journey.
All right, so we know the how. Now let's talk about the what. What kind of stuff can you actually find on Edexa? Let's check out the content. So, they've got this huge library of content, and it's not just stuck in one subject. It covers all sorts of different fields. The idea is that in the real world, knowledge isn't in neat little boxes, right? You need to connect the dots between different subjects, and that's what their content is designed to help you do. And they've really thought about who's using this. If you're super busy, they have these quick micro lessons that get right to the point. If you're a student cramming for a test, there's focused exam prep. And if you're looking to level up in your career, they have professional development courses to help you build those real-world skills.
But Edexa is trying to be more than just a collection of lessons. It's not just about quizzes and courses. It's all built on this really big, ambitious vision for what learning could be in the future.
Yeah, the big takeaway here is that they don't want to be just another tool you use. They want to create a whole new culture around learning, a culture where real, life-changing knowledge is something everyone can get their hands on.
Their mission is pretty clear and powerful. Part 1, make great education free, easy to understand, and available to absolutely everyone. Part 2, give every single person the knowledge they need to actually change their life for the better.
And what's the long-term dream? They want to become one of the most trusted places to learn on the entire planet. They want to tear down the old walls of education and really push learning into the future.
So when you boil everything down, the philosophy, the method, the mission, it all comes down to one simple promise they're making to you, the learner.
And it's this: learning genuinely changes you. It changes how you see the world, what you believe is possible, and their whole reason for existing is to be the place where that change gets started.
So, after all that, there's really only one question left to ask. Are you ready to begin your transformation?